Hello, and welcome to our latest Kinetic session. I'm Kingsley Johnson, and each week I invite elite athletes, business owners, and thought leaders to share their strategies, techniques, and ideas to achieve more. The purpose of these sessions is to provide a little inspiration to help us all navigate these exceptional times. At Kinetic PD, our team of world-class athletes and business trainers help organisations embed the psychology of elite sport in their teams. And we do this to drive high performance and well-being at work. Our interactive workshops, professional coaching programs, and recruitment support services all help to embed the behaviours, attitudes, and mindsets to achieve more. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our session, and enjoy. Fulfilment at work may seem like something other people have. And before lockdown, how many of us had the time to reflect on how fulfilled we were in our jobs? In this week's session, I am joined by Heather Eggington of the Real Executive Coaching Company. Having built her career in sales and recruitment, sheer hard work, natural talent, and determination took her to director level of an international management consultancy. A pivotal moment in Heather's career was experiencing professional coaching, which had a profound and transformational impact on her life. Heather is now a highly respected and successful business owner who provides coaching services for leaders who understand that the best way to grow their businesses is to invest in their personal development. Heather's Mind Foundation group sessions for business owners and leaders of people provoke you into a different way of thinking, of running a successful business. Facilitated by Heather, attendees share their challenges and support each other to navigate the noise and negativity, to take positive steps forward. It was an absolute pleasure speaking to Heather and hearing her thoughts on fulfillment. Hello, Heather. Thanks for being with us today.
Hi Kingsley, thanks for inviting me.
Would you be kind enough to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
So I work as an executive coach for the Real Executive Coaching Company, and I provide the space and attention for really strong, powerful leaders who want to take their business and their life to the next level.
And so at Kinetic PD, we partner with elite athletes, and athletes can experience lower levels of performance after they win, say, a gold medal. And that's purely because they question their purpose and want to find that next level of fulfillment. Does this connect with anything that you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Good point to bring to the discussion. What I find is the people I work with, they work really hard maybe for someone else, and something may well change for them in that environment. And then they start questioning, actually, is this, for me, what else can I do other than this? And they reach what I would say their corporate peak. And then, so similar to athletes where they reach their medal peak, if that's the term we can use today, and like start looking like, what else can I do, that's greater than what I've already done? So it absolutely does synchronise or support your thoughts.
And so I guess that sort of leads me into my next question, which was in relation to a recent article that you wrote. And in your really fantastic article, you talk about the struggles of fitting in. And personally, I think that's something that we can all relate to. And I wondered if you would share some more thoughts on this.
Yeah, I mean, if I talk a little bit about my experience, it took me a very, very long time to get over questioning myself about someone's going to find me out soon and someone's going to realise that I'm not very good at this job. And then all of a sudden I reached the top, realised I was really good at my job and didn't feel like I belonged anymore. I'd got to a senior level, they'd stuck me in the corner of the office, no one spoke to me. It was just really weird. And I just didn't feel like I fitted. And from those feelings, I ended up in a place where I thought, I need some other environment or place, to kind of feel like I fitted in, feel like I belonged. And ultimately, I wanted to go on a different kind of mission or have a different purpose.
Fantastic. And thank you again for sharing that. You also described that a sense of feeling like you were part of something bigger than yourself can help us feel fulfilled in what we do. What does this mean for people still seeking fulfillment, would you say?
Yeah, for people that are still seeking fulfillment, as I referred to in my recent article, there are external factors that will help you feel a part of something big and a part of something that's greater than themselves. But there's also a lot of internal factors, especially with this current climate. You know, we're currently only being able to really focus on what we have got in our control. And so what I found is people that are going after their own mission, people that have already, got to a place where they found their purpose, their true calling, are really thriving at the moment. Whereas on the other hand, from an external factors, people that are working for organisations that potentially aren't thriving at this moment in time may well feel, disengaged, may well feel like, is this really worth all the effort I'm going to? So I think there's quite a big divide in people being able to find their own fulfillment, people that have already got it, people that are still searching for it. I think the biggest piece of insight that I had around fulfillment is I stopped leaving everyone else in control of my own destiny, and I stopped relying on everyone else to give me that and to give me the mission and the truer calling that I had, and started to find it within. So worked on all the internal factors to make that happen. I hope people find that useful.
Just to expand on that, what would be some of the internal factors that you mentioned? Could you give us some examples?
Yes. So definitely the self-care. So how much you look after yourself, but also going a bit deeper than that, how much you understand yourself, the way you behave, the way you show up, your genius, as we call it, or the area that you excel in. So that's one definite internal factor. The other internal factor is how much variety and diversity you have currently in your daily life. So do you have outside of work interests and hobbies and areas of interest that I would say, like polymaths, really, they're skilled and experienced in different fields other than just their main job. So if you can expand on the areas that you are an expert in or have experience in, that will certainly help you find your purpose, but it will also help you feel way more fulfilled.
Can I ask you, what type of research led you to these insights around fulfillment?
Well, what I've been doing over the last year and a half is providing a group coaching setting for small to medium business owners, solopreneurs, and basically providing them space so that they can feel supported and understood, gain different perspectives on their direction and a way forward. And I guess throughout that, I've experienced people's different circumstances and how much their businesses thrived when it's in tune with themselves, with their own purpose, versus someone who's maybe working towards something for somebody else. So I've noticed the difference in their resilience levels in comparison to somebody who hasn't got enough energy really to be able to serve and support a higher calling that's not their own. Which ultimately results in them having low engagement in the business versus somebody who's going after what they want to do and what they've shaped, and how much enjoyment and success, how much they've experienced. So my research and insights have come from serving those people in my group sessions, which I've actually through the crisis been doing for free for the last 3 months, because I think people in those circumstances really need a collective space to feel supported.
Yes, and like you say, it's so important for small business owners or medium-sized business owners or solopreneurs, as it were, to not feel like they're alone in this situation, and that support and those groups that you mentioned sound really, really amazing, actually. And it's lovely that you're doing that to help, and especially, like you say, currently doing them for free. So what advice or what types of advice would you give to anyone experiencing these feelings of a lack of fulfillment at this time?
Well, I've recently started investigating a lady called Shelley Paxton. She's got a book out at the moment called Soulbatical. Definitely recommend it. Through my understanding of how that's set out is to help someone looking for fulfillment is they need to look internally first. So they need to understand what's not working for them. They also need to understand what they really enjoyed maybe in their childhood, the things that they did, where the time would just wail away and they completely forget about time.
Albert Einstein famously said, if you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Do you agree, Heather?
Oh, I love a bit of Albert. I do agree to quite a certain extent. I think it's really important for people to attach themselves to a goal, but I also think it's really important for them to commit as well. There's a lot of people that will be thinking, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I'll be really happy when I achieve this and really happy when I achieve that, and then find themselves in the same boat a couple of years later. So do you think it's really important to have goals or aspirations, but get committed to them as well? I think that's the big thing.
That's really useful. And like you say, it's about looking within, finding that sense of purpose, what makes you happy, what drives you, what motivates you, and then building your strategies, your plans, your goals around that. But then, like you say, most importantly, committing to them, putting the work in, putting the effort in, and celebrating those wins. So really lovely way to end. And thank you so much for your time today.
No, it was my pleasure, Kingsley. Thank you for doing these great interviews.
We thoroughly enjoyed making this session, and for more information on our guest speakers, please see the links in the description. And to learn more about the Kinetic PD team and how we help organisations embed the psychology of elite sport in their teams, visit our website at kineticpd.co.uk. And it just leaves me to say, we are stronger together, enjoy the journey, and stay safe.